Wasted World of Sports, ahoy! Welcome to the party. Very nice to be back. We have, of course, had a little bit of time off recently. Bonjour! Welcome along. So, we have had a little bit of time off. Of course, there were no club games last weekend. A little bit of a break for... what have we got there? Thank you for the follow. Shrek. A little bit of a break last week for rep round, no club games. And of course, I wasn't feeling very well. Haven't been feeling too well lately. Thank you very much for the follow over there. Snap. Anyone who joined us for the live stream of State of Origin Game 1, I actually had people messaging me that night, that same night, after the game, after the stream. Like, mate, are you okay? You looked like you were dying. Looked like you were about to pass out on screen. Dazzler, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. So anyways, yeah, my health is back on the up and up. Feeling pretty good, raring to go. It's good to be back into. How are you there? Snap. Mercy. Okay, we've got a big game coming up here, I reckon. You know, the Sharks. The Sharks are my team. They are my team, but I come into this game with very little confidence, as I always do, of course. And they seem to have a habit of losing whenever I'm streaming their games. So this should be very, very interesting indeed. The Bulldogs are on a little bit of a resurgence. And I certainly wouldn't begrudge the Bulldogs getting a win, because they've had a bit of a rough year, haven't they? Brainies for Brainies for bean cancer. Okay, I got that a little bit wrong. Beanies for brain cancer round. Whoopsie. Mark Hughes Foundation. Of course, I should be wearing a beanie. God damn it. Snap. The Bulldogs are doing better than the Titans. Everybody's doing better than the Titans. Jeez. The poor Titans, they can't win a trick at the moment, can they? Here we go. We're getting ready to kick off. Okay, so I've got a couple of same-game multis on. Just for a bit of a laugh. So we've got Sione Katoa appears in a couple of them. The Fox appears in both of them. There's Matt Burton backing up from Origin. What a fantastic game Matt Burton had. State of Origin 1. And we are underway here. Look at the piles of water. It's obviously been raining all week here. This is insane. And it's the Sharks with first use of the ball in what is basically a water park. That's essentially what we've got here. Nicho Hynes kicking early, kicking deep, and that's going to pull up in the wet weather, centimeters out from the goal line. That was a great kick from Nicho Hynes. Great start. Five meters out from their own line now, the Bulldogs. And driving them backwards. You can't appreciate just how wet it is here at the ground. Like, every time somebody takes a step, there are just splashes of water. Crazy stuff. I've not seen anything like this since the 80s. Games in the 80s when the drainage systems were nowhere near what they are now. So I can only imagine what it would have been like back then. And back then, of course, the leather balls. Leather balls. Very heavy they would get, you know? Very, very heavy. But an interesting start to this one. Just going through the Status quo. And the Sharks have got the ball back. Second tackle. They're going to be in Bulldogs territory here on the next play. So they are getting the early running on the back of that early kick from Nicho Hynes. That's what it was. That's what started this. And there he is with his hands on the ball again. Nice measured kick into the corner. Avarillo takes it nicely. Addo-Carr's flapping his arms around in the background for something. And whatever the hell it was, it obviously worked because the Bulldogs get a penalty. I'm not too sure what that was all about, to be honest. Lara Pitt's on the sideline, as usual. There she is, looking good, looking good. When you can see rain on a camera, you know, it's really, really intense. The rain usually doesn't show up. Incredible scenes here. So the Sharks won by 20 last time out. I don't think they're going to win by that much this time, if they win at all. This is a very, very different Bulldogs outfit. And the Bulldogs are just, they're stuck in their own half. And it's going to be very hard to play an expansive game. You'll essentially be playing tight, hoping for opposition mistakes. That's the only way through this. They're going to try, though. Josh Jackson with an offload. This is not the conditions for offloading the football. Flanagan puts it high, and this will be testing in these conditions. Oh, Will Kennedy takes it easily. Didn't even blink. He cared not. Wide ball here. Talakai is out in the centres. On the back of two long passes. That's risky stuff in these conditions. 10 metres out from your own line. The Sharks don't want to be restricted by the weather, but geez, it's worked out all right for them here. Wade Graham is probably not who you want standing on the wing. Not the fastest man in the world, but they have ended up on the Bulldogs' 40-metre line on tackle 3. And they've got them skittled to the right here. Ramian goes around. Dummies. Probably should have passed it. Ten out from the line. Rudolph nearly slips over his own feet. That was fantastic. Fifth and last. 10 metres out. Midfield. They go left. Hynes out the back to Moylan. They're going through a backline play. Talakai to Mulatalo, who dives superhero style, as they do these days. And he is over. And that is going to be a tick on one of our multis. What a start for the Sharks. Expansive play. Well, let's wait. Actually, let's wait to see try confirmed in the bunker before we go celebrating and ticking off our multis. So I've made that mistake a lot. But I don't think there's any way to take this one off them. Try time. Sharks. Try time, Mulatalo. Try confirm. There we go. Tick it off. There's one leg in our multi. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Backline play in these conditions. The Sharks have signaled their intent. They are not going to be held down by the conditions. This is where the Sharks have been struggling so far this season. Conversions. Right on the sideline as well. Oh, Nicho Hynes. Tell me this has not just happened. Nicho Hynes from the sideline. Somebody's been practicing. And it's Nicho Hynes. What a kick. I was just about to say, like, Nicho Hynes and his success rate with goal kicking, it's been a struggle for the Sharks in recent years, and it's not really been fixed this season. But also, to be completely and totally fair, the Sharks score a lot of tries out wide. Like Mulatalo and Katoa. Mulatalo and Katoa are having an absolute field day on the stat sheets, which means usually tries out wide by your wingers, of course, more often than not. Score the try out wide. Very difficult conversion. And that probably explains a little bit about Hynes' success rate, or lack thereof. And they've gone wide again here on the first tackle. And finally, there we go. All right. Pushing the pass just a little bit too much there. Jesse Ramian over the sideline. Eventually, when you try and play expansive in these conditions, you're going to get some errors. King Knight, ahoy there, mate. Welcome along. And try to play expansive on the first tackle. On the back of points, you want a solid set of 6. You want to get out of your own territory. You want to put the ball down the other end of the field. The Sharks decided not to do that, though. They decided to do the complete and total opposite. And now it's Bulldogs' ball, 20 metres out from the line. Staying down the short side. Marshall King off to the Ivans Obras to all goal 7-7. Okay. To all goal. Here's Burton on the back of a great Origin game, as I mentioned earlier, trying to get himself on the scoreboard. Vaughan right in front of the post, tackle 4. Draws in 4 defenders. And still kept his feet. Tavita Pangai. Just one out stuff here, though, from the Bulldogs. Not really testing the defensive line, but they might have to here. Tackle 5. 2 deep there from Avarillo. Over the dead ball line it goes. 7 tackle set incoming. Just a nothing there from the Bulldogs. That was a really disappointing set. As soon as they got within striking distance, they decided to put the cue in the rack for whatever reason. King Knight, who do I go for? I go for the Sharks, primarily. I've also got a soft... my dad's team are the Panthers, so I also go for the Panthers as well, whenever they're not playing the Sharks. Robert M. Ahoy there, mate. Who's the Dogs coach when Mick Potter's not there? Whoever the assistant is, I'm going to go ahead and assume. Yeah. I'm not sure who that is, though. Who is the Bulldogs assistant coach? Let's have a look. Is it on NRL.com? No. Oh, Moylan with a short side play. Cut out ball to Mulatalo, looking for try number 2. And he's taken over the sideline. It's going to be a penalty. He's happy about that. Oh, and it's starting to boil over. Of course, there's no biff anymore, so don't expect a fight. Wade Graham, beautiful cutout ball. Mulatalo tries to step back inside. He's held there. And he's... Oh, I think he's kind of... I think Mulatalo might have milked that one. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But Sharks, really good opportunity here. They're doing quite well. I'm surprised. Short ball. Oh, and it's popped out the back. Hynes there, gathers it in. Oh, and he's taken around the neck. He's not happy about it. He's really not happy about it. I thought Nicho was about to come up swinging there. Toby Rudolph now cracks it up on tackle 3. They're only 10 meters out here, the Sharks. I just can't believe the amount of water that is just sitting on the surface. This is insane. Risking a 6 again there, the Bulldogs holding down. Hynes dummies, goes on his own. Centimeters out from the line, 5th and last, which means Moylan's going to have to take the kick. Oh, maybe not. Brayley kicks it. Comes back to Toby Rudolph. It's been deemed to be played at, and it's 6 more. The Sharks can keep the pressure on here. 5 meters out, midfield. More ass than class involved in that, but they get away with it and they get the ball back for another set. Going wide again. Josh Adokars raced up and in. Katoa looking for a try. Offloads to Kennedy. They come back to the left. Oh, he's kicked again, Brayley. And it's off the legs again, but the Bulldogs will come away with this. It was almost a mirror of the last time, the last kick, and they got 6 again, and they nearly did again. Dustin Fisher, ahoy there, mate. Oh, and here's a break for the Bulldogs. Marshall King still going. Links up on the inside. Avarillo is dragged down. Desperation, try-saving tackle from Mulatalo. The kick in behind from Burton. Katoa tries to... Oh, that was close. He's got it over the dead ball line. Just. This is absolutely unbelievable scenes here at this game. Seriously. It is absolutely bollocking down rain. There is water splashing around everywhere every time somebody takes a step. You would not believe that they are playing. Both teams are playing so expansive. Dustin Fisher, ahoy there, mate. How are you doing? Oh, you know, we've also... Dustin, we've got the Cowboys Broncos coming up next, of course. After this game. A little bit of a break. Oh, and there's a knock on from the dropout. He's on debut. He's got his rat's tail and all. And he's made a horrible mistake. Bounce, bounce, drop. So I'm assuming, Dustin, that you're all in on the Cowboys? I'm going to have to go. I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm going to have to go for the Broncos. I have to. I can't go back on my word, and my word is that, oh, and here's a lifting tackle by Adokar. I think it looked a lot worse than it was. Don't think there's any hint of a sin bin here. It was dangerous. I don't believe there was any intent there. So just a penalty. And the Sharks will be on the attack again here. Touch judges had enough. He doesn't want to run anymore. He's like, this'll do. But that ball went out about 25 meters out from the line. The touch judges stood on the 30-meter line and just gone, bugger it, I'll stay right here. I can't go that extra 5 meters. I just can't do it. Hynes, short ball. Rudolph crashes it up. They're just a couple of meters out now, the Sharks. They've been threatening the line a lot. They stay left-hand side, tapped on by Moylan. Katoa tries to step his way around, but can't. The Bulldogs are numbered up in defense over there. Terrible pass. Fifth and last, Hynes. It's a bit deep. It's a bit too wide as well. It's out on the full. Well, not on the full because it was touched, I would have thought. A terrible kick, though. Mulatalo gets up, tries to tap it back in. Just ends up knocking it on. But he did save and out in the full, which gives the Sharks an extra 10 meters. 5 errors by the Sharks, 1 to the Bulldogs. I find that stat interesting. The Sharks have had most of the ball, though, to be fair. Actually, what are the possession stakes? Let's have a look at this. Let's quickly check out the stats as the Bulldogs try and bring the ball out from their own territory. So we have... wouldn't you know, NRL.com is not updated. Let's try and get some stats. Okay, there we go. 63% possession. And there is a high ball. Oh, great take. You know, that was one of those Matt Burton specials. Fitzgibbon was talking about the high ball in the pregame, and he was saying he's got a lot of confidence in the back three. I've got to say, I personally don't, as a Shark supporter. Well, Will Kennedy, okay. Sione Katoa, not so much. That's where Matt Burton needs to be. Oh, they've created an overlap here, but Adokar, one of the fastest players in the game. If you're going to get on the outside of somebody, you probably want it to not be him. But 63% possession to the Sharks at the moment. I'm surprised by this. I really am. The Bulldogs are riding high after a couple of wins. 5th and last now. Hynes, 30 metres out. It's a little heavy again, and it's a 7-tackle set for the Bulldogs. And this could be the turning point. This could be just what they need. Nicho Hynes for the Kangaroos. That's a huge call. That would be a massive, massive call, especially considering he hasn't even broken into the starting team for Origin yet. Not yet. I think he'll be there one day, but that would be a massive, massive call. And the Bulldogs are back in the Sharks' territory, and I think the rain has gotten heavier, if anything. Fifth and last. Oh, looking for a one-on-one strip there, Brayley. He can't get it. The water on the surface is just insane. Burton, high ball. He's got a... Oh, it's way too deep, that one. Way too deep. And Mulatalo just ambles back into the end goal and takes it with no chase pressure. And they're just going 7-tackle set for 7-tackle set at the moment. Talakai draws in a few defenders, takes it up to the 40-meter line. You know, when I used to play, when I was younger, this is the sort of weather. And when I say younger, like, I was a kid. And as a kid, every time it would rain outside, I would just be like, oh, sweet. There was nothing quite like playing footy in the rain. 3rd tackle kick here from Hynes, plugging it into the corner. It pulls up 5 meters out from the line, and Avarillo's got some work to do. Oh, Fox with a risky offload, a meter out from his own line. Oh, and it's a knock-on right in front of the post. It's a knock-on straight back from the Sharks. Oh, and it's old mate on debut. Who is that? You got to feel sorry for this guy. Declan Casey on debut. He's knocked on a Nicho Hynes dropout. He's now knocked on a pass, 1 out from the ruck in front of his own try line. You've got to feel sorry for him. Hey, we all have some pretty terrible debuts. Who remembers Justin Hodges' Origin debut? I was looking that up just the other night, actually. I can't remember how I got onto that topic of conversation, but for some reason I was looking up the Justin Hodges' Origin debut. And yeah, poor fella. He had a nightmare. Luckily enough for him, he had a nightmare scenario in a game that Queensland still ended up winning. Otherwise, it would have looked 100 times worse, you know? But that'll be 6 again here, Sharks. 5 meters out from the line. They stayed on that a little bit too long. Not as long as Kafusi. Not as long as Kafusi the other night, but they stayed on the tackle pretty long there. Brayley with the short ball. Rudolph, I believe it was, once again trying to barge over with the crash ball. That's not working out. They're wise to that, the Bulldogs. And now Nakora, centimetres out from the line. They've got a big open side to the left, but they stay. They stay in that channel just to the right of the post with Tolman. Tackle 4. Surely they spring left now. Brayley, here they go. Rudolph out the back to Hynes. Tapped on. Tapped on by Moylan. Talakai's tried to do the double tap. And if it went any more forward... I'll tell you what, though. If it were, like... He had to try. He had to try it. It just didn't quite work out, that's all. And it's Bulldogs ball. 61% possession to the Sharks. And they've had all the territory as well. 67% territory. They probably should be ahead by more than 6. Now, the conditions make that very difficult. I don't think we're going to see a 30-plus point scoreline here tonight or today. We're just not going to see it. The conditions are not suited for it. But I feel like 6-0 is not good value for 67% territory and 60+% possession. You know what I mean? It's just not good enough. And Katoa takes a Burton bomb and he brings it back very intensely. He's obviously been practicing his high ball catching as well. As the Sharkies roll it out again. Talakai. Another big run. Hynes with an early kick again. Inside the 40. I don't like the odds of a 40-20 tonight because that ball is just going to pull up in the water. Oh, and it's a... Oh, no! Declan Casey has knocked the ball on in the tackle. But luckily for him, so luckily for him, the Sharks chasers were offside. And Declan Casey, his nightmare debut continues. Oh, you've got to feel sorry for him. Oh, you've got to feel... The poor young guy, you've got to feel bad for him on debut. 3 touches, 3 errors. He gets away with that one, though. As I said, Sharks offside. A big kick into Sharks territory. Just over the halfway line. And the Bulldogs, can you imagine if they score a try here on the back of this set, or at least force a set repeat? A set repeat. A set restart would do well for them as well. But a set repeat... Get themselves on the scoreboard with 15 minutes to go till half-time. At 6-all, on the back of all that possession and territory, they would have to be really happy about, well, that, I suppose. Oh, they get a 6 again. Well, there is the 6 again. That's what they needed. Tackle 1 now, 10 metres out, just to the right of the post. This is a big opportunity. Vaughan draws in defenders, but not really looking threatening, to be perfectly honest. Marshall King out of dummy half. Crash ball. Oh, and it's come out. And Ramian's got the ball, and the Sharks come away with it. And that is not what they were after. They're the Bulldogs. Obvious to say. And here is a penalty to the Sharks. A crusher tackle. And they can now get themselves out of their territory. Penalty for pressure on the neck. Oh, and Tolman's busted open. Gushing our blood there. (6-0). This is low scoring as you would expect in these conditions. But as we approach the halftime break, as always with my same game multis, you hope for a little bit more activity than just the one. Just the one leg at the moment. We need a little bit more than that. The Sharks called for a forward pass. A forward pass called by Canterbury, given by the referee. Let's have a look. Was it forward? Finucane? No way. No way. Yeah, that was not a forward pass. But anyway, nothing can be done about it now. It's been called. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's Bulldogs ball. Bulldogs appealing for another set restart. They get it. The Sharks infringing in the ruck a fair bit now. A couple of times in a row. They need to be careful. Bulldogs starting to get some possession now. They'll be hoping they can pile on the pressure. And as I said, we're just 12 minutes out from... Oh, and here's an early kick on the second tackle. Averillo chasing through. Kennedy. He's away. But he can't get into the field of play. Talakai. Ahoy there. Yeah, Branko, to be honest, I actually thought the Bulldogs would be playing a lot better as well. They're on the back of a couple of very good wins, the Bulldogs. Looking for 3 in a row. Matt Burton backing up from Origin, where he had an outstanding game. You've got the Fox still trying to play his way back into the Origin squad. Obviously, it's very, very wet. Very, very wet weather. So there's not going to be a high-scoring affair. Like it is just bollocking down rain, and you can just see water all over the surface. It's like a water park. So it's not going to be a high-scoring game, and you can forgive some errors. But the amount of errors, that's what's been difficult to watch. But they are now tackle 3 in front of the post, 5 meters out. This is their chance to strike back. The Sharks have had 60% possession, 65 or 67% territory. If the Bulldogs can lock the scores up here on the back of that, that will be insane. 5th and last, a meter out from the line. They stay short side. Averillo, Grubbers. It's picked up by Mulatalo's away. They're not going to catch him. Well, they might, actually. Holy hell. How fast is Matt? Okay, I'm not going to lie. I did not know that Matt Burton was that goddamn quick. Mulatalo has taken that grubber kick, slip fielder style on the full, and he was away, and I thought nobody was going to catch him. But Matt Burton showing some pace. And now Kyle Flanagan with a one-on-one strip on Talakai, and the Bulldogs have got the ball back. Both teams doing their absolute best to not win this game. It's one of those nights. Both teams trying very hard to not win. But as I said, very difficult conditions to play in. They can be forgiven for some errors. Oh, that's a knock on now. Oh, he's just regathered at 5th and last. Burton now, high ball. Katoa's side, that's the one he wants to kick for. Katoa takes it again. And it's a penalty to the Bulldogs, an escort. Adokar was taken out in the kick chase. (6-0), a very kickable penalty, but I can't imagine that the 2 points are very valuable at the moment. Tap and go. It's the only thing to do. There they go. Tackle 1. 5 out. Midfield. Bulldogs. Another opportunity. Burton dummies. Goes on his own. Offloads. Offload to Marshall King now. Flanagan brings it back to the right. Waddell shrugs off Talakai like he's a small child. And Talakai is not a small child. I don't think Talakai has ever been bumped off like that. Who does Waddell play for? Maroons or... Oh, Flanagan! Huge cutout ball. Adokar found some space. And now he's taken... He's clipped around the ears. And it's a penalty. 2 penalties in a row inside their own 10-metre line. The Sharks have got to be really careful here. They've got to be really careful. 2 penalties back-to-back. Inside their own 10-metre line on defence. And the Bulldogs can go again here in their attempts to lock this game up. Dummies left, goes right, does Marshall King. And, oh, Talakai is not happy about being shrugged off before. And he has just exploded out of the line and demolished Flanagan. Poor little Kyle Flanagan. He didn't do anything. Burton with the early kick. Kennedy slips and catches in the same motion. More arse than class there, it must be said. To be perfectly honest. And now the Sharks are just stuck down here. They're in quicksand. Or in mud. They're stuck in mud. That's a more fitting way to describe what's happening here. The amount of water that's just... The surface water. Absolutely insane. Oh my God! What kind of kick was that, Wade Graham? Oh, Wade Graham, your kicking duties are revoked. If you ever had them in the first place, they are revoked. He has shanked that straight off the side of his boot. It's quite possibly the worst kick I've ever seen in my life. And it's going to be Bulldogs ball. Inside Sharks territory. And I can tell you what, those possession and territory stats have surely evened up. They've surely evened up now. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so possession has actually flipped. Remember, it was the Sharks at 60% possession. Over 60. It was like 63 or something. It's completely flipped on its head now. The Bulldogs, slightly ahead, 52% possession. They've pretty much had the ball for the last 10 minutes or so straight. Oh, Pangai Jr.'s in a bit of trouble in back play. And here's a backline play. Flanagan out the back. And, oh, good job there. Declan Casey has held the ball. And then he's face planted after he played it. But he held the ball. Good for him. Good for you, son. On debut. He's made a few errors. Good. 6 again now. For the Bulldogs, a set repeat for a ruck infringement of some sort. We never know, do we, really? It's a bit of a lottery as to what those 6 agains are for. Burton, short ball. Mariner takes it up. Surely they've got a score here. The Bulldogs have just been relentless this last 10 minutes. James Intox, ahoy! Marshall King. Oh, Flanagan is torched again. Moylan this time. They are on to Kyle Flanagan tonight, and now he has made an error in the play the ball. He wants to challenge it, but I dare say that he has just screwed this up himself. Oh, the challenge is for moving off the mark. I thought it was a challenge for a knock on. So moving off the mark, that's what we're looking for here. And as they have a look at that, James. Yeah, well, James, we actually went to, we went out to catch the game. The Origin number 2. I think we might be streaming game number 3, though, the decider. Oh, has he moved off the mark or what? And then he's had a horrible play the ball anyway. Okay. He's moved off the mark. He hasn't played the ball correctly, which is actually what I thought the call was. You could have got him for anything. Unsuccessful challenge. Yeah, so we actually, we went out and caught the game on the big screen. And as we usually do. And then, of course, it was rep round, so there were no club games. So, yeah, it's been a little bit of a break. The momentum's gone, you know. That's what it happens so easily. Oh, a bit of a juggle there from Toby Rudolph. Risky business. Yeah, YouTube it's kind of like a game of footy, isn't it? It's very momentum based, you know. If you take any time off for any reason, when you come back, it's almost like starting all over again in some respects, you know. Although, you know, to be fair, the Saturday afternoon games are usually pretty quiet. We've had a record number of knobs over on Twitch. But, you know, I've been doing this for a while, so not a problem. You know, like water off a duck's back. But yeah, the Saturday Arvo games are usually pretty quiet. We do, of course, have coming up Broncos, Cowboys. That one's going to be interesting. And for something a little bit different, I haven't decided yet, but I may actually do a stream of the Wallabies England Rugby Union test. Let's see what the Rugby Union crowd is like here at the Waste of World of Sports after 3 years, because that was the last time that I streamed a Rugby Union game. But anyways, this game carries on. We've got 3 minutes to go till half-time, and the Bulldogs are continuing this complete turnaround of possession and territory, and they are 10 metres out from the Sharks line again. And Mariner takes hit up number 5,000 for the night. Every time I look up, he's got the ball. Waddell taking 5 out. If they can go into halftime at 6-all or 6-4 or 6 anything, I think it's a great result for the Bulldogs. The way that this game has gone so far. Oh, and that'll be 6 again. Double knock on. It's called a knock on against the Sharks and then a knock on against the Bulldogs. Oh, he's knocked that back. Yeah, catch you later, James. Scrum here for the Bulldogs. Midfield, 10 metres out. A minute and a half to go till halftime. Seriously, this will just be massive for them if they can score a try. Right on the bell. Rudolph looking for a one-on-one strip. Unsuccessful. A metre out from the line. tackle 3 now. Jackson, a meter out still. They're up quickly here, the Sharks. They've got to watch those set repeats. They've got to watch the penalties, the professional fouls. They've already given away a couple here at this end of the field. Burton with the early kick. Oh, and it's nearly worked out for them. They've got the ball back. 6 again. It's been touched by the Sharks. It's all the Bulldogs for the past 15 minutes. And it's been all the Bulldogs inside this 10 to 15 meter zone of the Sharks. I'll tell you what, this is massive. If the Bulldogs can level this up, that's huge. If the Sharks can hold on, that's quite possibly even more massive because they've just been on defense. Burton steps. Rudolph comes across and covers it off, and now Kennedy gets in there and supports. Tackle 4. And this is going to be a try for Averillo. They've done it. Jake Averillo scores. That is a tick for my other multi. And with 2 seconds to go before the bell for halftime, they have equaled this game up. Averillo was there. That is massive to this game. Massive. They had to break at some point there, the Sharks. 15 minutes the Bulldogs spent 10 meters out from the Sharks line. And they finally broke with 2 seconds to go until the break. We are going into halftime locked up at 6-all. It suddenly became all Bulldogs. Like, check out these stats. Remember, there were 15 minutes to go until halftime, I think it was. With 15 minutes to go, or thereabouts, until halftime, I was talking about how the Sharks should really be further ahead because they've had over 60% possession, 67% territory. We are going into halftime, 6 points all. Bulldogs, 60% possession. 16 and a half minutes in possession compared to the Sharks' 12. It is just completely flipped because the Bulldogs just had the ball non-stop for that last 15 minutes of the game. Incredible scenes. It just completely flipped on its head. And it was all down that end of the field. So, I mean, that was massive. I feel like it would have been probably... I don't want to say game over because you've still got a whole half of football to go. But I think if the Sharks held on there, 15 minutes of just non-stop attack, 10 meters out from the line, if they repelled that, they get to go into halftime. Bitsy says, absolutely incredible effort, boys. Incredible effort. They've thrown absolutely everything at us. We repelled it. Great job. Whatever they do in the second half, it's not going to bother us at all. We've already shown blah, 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 blah. Easy halftime talk. He's got a slightly more difficult halftime talk now because now he's got to console the team for giving away that try right on the bell. Not a good time to be giving points away. What the hell is going on out there? Not a good time to give points away. Right on the siren. Full-time, half-time, it doesn't matter. You don't want to give away points. Period. Basically. Justin Fisher, not a problem, mate. Yeah, I'm going to have myself a quick break for halftime. Rest the vocal cords. And I'll be back to bring you the second half of action. 6 points all here. 6 points all. All right. Go Sharks. I'll be back. Oh, yep. Cowboys, Broncos coming up. I believe Michelle's jumping in on that as well. Michelle's Broncos against Dustin's Cowboys. Coming up very, very soon. All right. I'm going to have a quick break. I don't recall closing that. It's Michelle's birthday as well, so some extra spice to the affair. All right, quick break. I'll be back. All right, halftime. 6 points all in absolutely horrendous conditions. Shrek's good game so far. It's been, okay. If you've heard the saying, a game of two halves, well, that first half was a game of two halves within itself. Did you expect to see, I don't know, I haven't really seen anything quite like this before, where one team just completely dominated the first 20 minutes and then completely flipped on its head for the next 20 minutes. And I mean completely flipped. Like, we've gone to halftime with the stats the complete opposite of where they were at the 20-minute mark. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Shreks, you're a Bulldog supporter. Nice, very nice. I actually had the Bulldogs sneaking into the top 8 this season. And even though I'm a Sharks supporter, I was saying earlier in the week, I would not begrudge a Bulldogs win because I've got them sneaking into the top 8. And of course, for that to happen after the start that they had, they pretty much have to win every single game for the rest of the season. And even then, they probably have to hope that some results go their way. But I don't know. I might have put some money on them making the top 8, so it'll be good to see. I would love to see them sneak into the top 8 and turn it around. I love a good underdog story. But you get the feeling like, I never thought that they would threaten for the competition. I did think that they would do a lot better, and they're starting to show that form now. They're starting to show the form I thought they were capable of from the very start of the season. I didn't think that they were any chance to win the comp this season. It's a little bit too early. And you've got some good buys coming in next year as well to add to that. So, I don't know. Maybe I pulled the trigger on that bet one season too early, but I kind of had to because they're not going to be as good value next year. Now that we've seen this sort of form from them at the back end of 2022, and with Kickow coming on board, Kickow fills another hole in their attack. I don't think that they'll be worth as much money next season. So I had to jump on this year. But anyway, Shark supporter would absolutely love to see the Bulldogs sneak into the 8, so I really don't mind if they do get the win today. It's a very slim chance, yes, a very, very slim chance. They would, I think they would need some results to go their way. But I'll tell you what, with the way that everybody else is going, I don't know, I don't want to build up false hope, but there's a lot of teams sort of in and around that 8 that aren't necessarily traveling too well themselves. Who'd have thought that at round 16, the Roosters would be outside the top 8? Manly were outside the top 8. Manly's another team I thought were going to do way better than they have this season. Now, nobody could have predicted the injury to Tommy Turbo, and Tommy Turbo is a huge part of that team. But I just felt like with having to go without him for so long last season, they would have been prepared. You know what I mean? Like the Panthers were prepared for life without Nathan Cleary this season. Last season before, if Nathan Cleary falls over, you pretty much write the Panthers off, right? You say, forget about it. They're not going to win. Now, if Nathan Cleary falls over, they've already showed that they're prepared for that. Sean O'Sullivan just comes straight into the squad and plays exactly like Nathan Cleary plays, a like-for-like substitute. Done. Easy as you like. Brian To'o's out, injured. They discover Taylor May. Anyway, I didn't mean for this to turn into a Panthers season report. We've got a contest on our hands here. 6 points all at halftime in the extremely wet conditions. Where are they playing, actually? Is it at Belmore? CommBank Stadium in Sydney. Is Belmore even a thing anymore? All the old grounds are renamed, aren't they? For the most part. So what do you reckon, Shrek? I'll ask you this. Josh Adokar. I reckon he should have been in the Origin squad. Now, Daniel Tupou's done nothing wrong. Daniel Tupou had an okay game in game 1. Nothing too special. But, Jesus Christ, Josh Adokar in that team in game 2, the Blues might have racked up 60 or 70. The way that they played, the Fox on the end of that back line. I'm not necessarily a big fan of Tupou. Solid player, decent player. But the Fox can be an outstanding player, you know what I mean? I don't think Tupou's got that next level. That really, really superstar level that the Fox has. Just my 2 cents anyway. No, his defense has been truly awful. I do agree with you on that. Absolutely. But I sort of put that down to perhaps... no, I suppose now that I think about it, he did used to rush out. He used to rush out and in a lot for the Storm as well, because I remember that preliminary final at Suncorp when Nathan Cleary saw that the Fox was in very, very... Yeah, he left a lot of space out wide, and then Cleary dinked that kick in front of the posts out to Stephen Crichton for a very match-defining try. So maybe I can't... I was going to say maybe he just doesn't have a lot of faith at the Bulldogs with his inside defenders, so maybe he's feeling a lot of pressure as the superstar player to sort of try and do too much on his own. So he's rushing in on defense a lot. Yeah, I don't know now. Now that I think about it, he does that a lot at the Storm as well. Or did that a lot at the Storm. Anyway, I don't know. Look, it's working out all right. We've got a blockbuster decider coming up in the State of Origin. Tupou's done nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. So it would probably be unfair for him to lose his spot. But I just thought, as the incumbent, Fox probably should have got first crack. But yes, you're absolutely correct. I think his defense is probably what let him down as far as selection went this season. Nicho Hynes very laid out onto the field. He must have needed to have a whiz. He's out there now. What a stunning looking man. Just quietly. Not gay. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but a very admirable looking man, that one. Shrek says, I felt Matt Burton had a massive debut. Massive debut. He was the difference between the two. Like, Nathan Cleary had a blinder as well, but Matt Burton was the difference between the two teams for sure. We are back underway here in the second half. Now, I need some more try scorers. Let's get some more legs of my multis nice and ticked off. And it's the Bulldogs with first use of the ball. On the back of all the possession and territory they had to end the first half, if they can come out here and score very, very early, this game is completely flipped on its head. Even Stevens at the moment. Burton, dummies, sends it out wide. And it's the fifth and last now. Bulldogs just into Sharks territory. Out on that left-hand edge. Adokar playing dummy half. Probably not where you want him, to be honest. There's one of Burton's very difficult to take high balls. Matt Moylan, of all people, is there to take it. And the Sharks have done well under the high ball tonight, it must be said. That's an area that I've found them to be very suspect in recent times. Rudolph with the crash ball up to the halfway line. Oh, the mud, the water, everywhere. This is insane. Fifth and last, Sharks. Hynes, high ball on the halfway line. He's shoved over after the kick. And Averillo takes it nicely, and he is smashed by his opposite. The surface water on this field, I can't stress enough. Honestly, I can't stress enough how much surface water is there. This is like 80s footy. Blocker Roach has got to be loving this site there in the commentary box. He must be loving this. He must just be traveling down memory lane. These are like the days when the drainage systems weren't very good, and you would get games where it rained less than this, and it would just be mud everywhere. And both teams, like, you wouldn't know who played for who because there was just mud all over the jerseys. You don't get that anymore, but this surface water is insane. Great take over his head there, Will Kennedy. They are handling the kicks nicely tonight, the Sharks. But it's everywhere else they need to lift their game. After a very solid start, the game flipped on its head with 15 minutes to go before the break, and then it was just all Bulldogs. Rudolph with a backline play here. Nakora takes it up. He shrugs off Burton. And he's lifted. And Adokar gives him a wedgie for his trouble. Wedgie time. Fifth and last now, halfway. Hynes on this short side again, on the right-hand side, another high ball. Averillo's under pressure this time. He takes it well, and he gets away from Moylan, and he offloads, and they keep it alive. And here is some space. It closes up very quickly, though. Talakai makes the tackle. Averillo, what a take. They've got a fight on their hand now, the Sharks, says Blocker Roach. Blocker Roach, where have you been for the last 20 minutes? It's been a fight since then. Oh, I know what happened. Blocker Roach was too distracted with all the surface water, and he was having those memories of back in my day. This used to happen every weekend. Now, there is a huge high ball from Burton. It's a little too deep, and it's missed completely. Averillo looking for number 2. It's going to be 6 again. And Burton, that is his first result for the night from one of those incredibly higher balls. Higher than Snoop Dogg on a Saturday night. And they've got another set, and here's a try. Oh, he's knocked it on! They've just been given a 6 again. And Mariner has knocked it on over the try line. All he needed to do was fall. He just needed to fall over in the tackle, and he would have been over the try line and scored. He's just lost it. It stays 6 points all, and the Sharks dodge a bullet. Holy hell. I cannot believe they got away with that. Scrum, 10 meters out. Sharks ball. Talakai hits it up. Making some good post-contact meters. Oh, Gus Gould doesn't look happy. Gus Gould is like, okay, Mariner, mark him down for reserve grade next week. Tackle 4, the Sharks going nowhere fast. Nowhere fast. Fifth and last, they're inside their own territory. Hynes puts the ball high. It's not very deep, but it's high. They're going to let it bounce here, the Bulldogs, and it's kicked on by Moylan, and Kennedy is held off the ball. That is a penalty, surely. Toby Rudolph has collected the ball. Surely we need to look at, well, it was shoulder to shoulder. You're allowed to do that, aren't you? I think we're going to have a look. But shoulder to shoulder, you are allowed to do that. Moylan just throws his boot out. Yeah, that's fine. That's completely fine. I've got no problem with that. Averillo and Kennedy contesting the ball. Just a second. Somebody has arrived at my house. All right. Oh, solid defense again from the Bulldogs. Now Katoa taking hit up. Come on, we need a few more try scorers. Got to get a few more legs of this multi ticked off. Or either one of them. Either multi would be fine. Malachi says, I can't wait for the Eels-Rabbits game. It's going to be a good one. Hopefully the Rabbitohs can get their act together and spank the Eels up a little bit. Backline play here. Talakai threatens to break through. But he's been, you know what? Talakai's been pretty well covered since that game against Manly, where he had an absolute blinder. Oh, and a juggle there. Averillo, but he takes it in. Ahoy there. Who are you supporting this game? It's a tough one because I'm a Sharks supporter, but I also put a lot of money on the Bulldogs making the 8. So I would be more than happy if the Bulldogs win as well. So I'd be happy. I'll be happy either way, unless it's a draw. A draw doesn't work for me in any capacity. I want somebody to win. Yeah, been changing some stuff around. And here's an error. Oh, it's Declan Casey again. The poor fella. Oh, he's had a nightmare day. Okay, so Michelle, Declan Casey, this guy here with the rat's tail. On debut, he's had 5 touches of the ball, 4 knock-ons.
You have less grass on his face? Like,
No, have you seen the ground? No. He cannot possibly have. He cannot possibly have less grass on his face. This is insane. I was saying this is like the 80s. This is like 80s footy. Who do I think will win? Daz says, hello, Michelle.
Hello, everybody. It's been a while. My hair's tied
That's
up.
what
So I'm
James.
not getting caught in anything.
That's what James was saying. He's like, where have you been, mate? Like, well, we've had stuff to do.
We've got shit to do, mate. And we've had all these buy rounds.
Buy round, yep.
Buy rounds.
I had no real desire to do the internationals, to be honest. Cut out ball to Katoa. Is going to score in the corner. What a try. Oh, that's a tick for both Maltese. Tick, 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 tick. Oh.
Empties.
Katoa. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Look at me. Straight in. I'm cleaning up.
Cleaning the house immediately.
Wow.
A cutout ball by Nicho Hynes. 1-2. Cuts out 2, really. Katoa gets away from the Fox. There's the Fox. Shrek. There's the Fox racing in again. He was in a little bit too, what's the word? He was in too far. He was in too far. Showed Katoa the outside. That's all on the Fox there, to be honest. Burton tries to cover up, but it was too much to do. And Katoa, now if Katoa's rat's tail touches the sideline, is he considered to be in touch? Yeah, this is a genuine question. I'm not trying to be a smartass. Oh, I bought it from Rebel Sport. It was on Pikachu for game 1. Yeah.
Hello, have you missed me too?
Pikachu was wearing the Blues jersey for game 1. Maybe it was a bad omen.
Have you missed me too?
Nicho Hynes from the sideline again. This is what I was talking about. So many tries on the sideline. That's why the Sharks' success rate at goal kicking is terrible.
How much was that jersey? I need more.
$170.
Fuck.
Oh, and he's brought it out again. Nicho Hynes. Oh, look at that. Even he's laughing about it. Even he can't believe it. His goal kicking tonight has been sensational. 12 points to 6. Okay, now we need the Fox to win. I mean, okay. Geez, I've got it bad today. You know what I said at the start of the stream?
Your hair was caught in the penis?
No. No, it wasn't quite that bad. It was pretty bad though. Oh God, I forget now what I said. I think I said it's I think I said it's Breenie for Brain Cancer Week instead of Beanie for Brain Cancer Week. I'm like,
what did you say?
It's I said it's Breenie for Brain Cancer Week.
Righto.
Instead of Beanie for Brain Cancer Week. I'm like, well, that's a sensational start to the stream. Oh, and his height. Oh, Fafita's not happy about something. We've got a Bulldog. Complete. Oh, and it's. Oh, he's having a terrible debut, isn't he?
Oh,
He's touched the ball 5 times. He's knocked it on 4 times, and now he's run headfirst into Fafita.
Oh, headfirst into Fafita.
He got himself all in the wrong position there.
Oh my God,
and he is out. Well, at least he's not going to remember this shocking debut.
Oh, that's
okay.
terrible.
I
Bastard.
probably shouldn't make jokes about concussion, but yeah.
Yeah, that's the poor bastard.
If anyone says he's had a night to forget, well, he's forgotten it.
Is he up? Is he out? Is he done? Is he?
Oh, he's done. Like he'll be called off by the independent doctor. A couple blocker, a couple. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's done. What a terrible debut. Like, I mean, not a good position to put yourself in. But at least he tried. Like, you know, I'm sorry, but if Andrew Fafita is running it, oh, here comes the Medicab. If Andrew Fafita is running at me, I'm probably not putting my body on the line, but then I'm not paid as much as these guys either. So. Not quite. Just a little bit short.
So I'm here. I'm good. How the fuck are yous? What's going on? Crickets. Well, I've seen you.
Yeah,
you.
I didn't know. Yeah, I was
going?
assuming you didn't want me to answer.
Hey, who we got? We got Dustin, Trex, Daz.
Yeah.
Hello, Daz.
Trex is new. This is
new.
Trex's first time.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm having a look. Talakai, you're looking at 3 different chats. So usually we've just got the one chat blowing up, but there's 3 tonight. What is this? Oh, what are we up to? 12-6 to Cronulla. Yeah.
What's your body count?
You're gonna need to be a little more specific
Yeah.
there.
In what capacity?
What do you mean? What's your body count?
Oh,
Oh dear.
We've still got downtime. Poor old Declan on debut.
Oh, I don't want to forget this. 100%.
She's like, I'm so goddamn bored.
Oh,
and
that's terrible.
Yeah, those guys look like okay. I probably shouldn't say. They
I can't even deal with that weather. Look at it.
Probably shouldn't poke fun at people in the crowd.
You get blue beanie for brain cancer beanies?
I wonder that because I'm like, okay,
like a blue one.
Well, I would just like. I mean, can you wear any beanie, or does it specifically have to be the?
I think you buy the ones that they have.
I understand that, but like if I were to donate, say, and could I essentially donate? This feels like is anyone familiar with Seinfeld and the and Kramer not wearing the pin for the? Like, you've got to wear the badge. It's like, I don't want to wear the badge. I've already donated. Why do I need to wear the badge? Because you've got to wear the badge. It's like, can I wear any beanie if I've donated, or would we get into that sort of Kramer scenario? Speaking of Kramer.
Oh my god. Shrek, the debutant.
Yeah, Declan Casey.
Yes.
Declan Casey. He's touched the ball 5 times tonight, knocked it on 4 times, and now he's run headfirst into Andrew Fafita's shoulder. And I mean, when I say he ran headfirst into Andrew Fafita's shoulder, I mean legitimately that's what happened. Like it wasn't Fafita was running the ball back. It wasn't a high shot or anything. He just got himself in a horrible position to make the tackle, and he's got himself knocked out so badly he is actually getting medicated off the field. Like he can't even get up and walk off. He is completely out. electriccarts.com.au. Free plug there for the Medi. Touchy's having a laugh about something.
Yes.
The touch does probably like, geez, he probably shouldn't have run into you, mate.
Yeah.
And Fafita would have been like, yeah, I know. Oh, there's got to be happier times. He had a nightmare.
Look at Charlie Staines. He had a fucking ripper debut with 5 tries or some stupid shit. And now what
he's
is
done? No.
NRL, New South Wales Rugby League Cup?
Yeah, and now he's going to be leaving the Panthers because they don't want him, basically. They've got even better young fellas coming through.
You start at the top, nowhere to go but down. So you start at the very bottom.
Yeah, the only way is up. After probably his second or third knock on, I was saying, like, I know it's not a debut, but Origin debuts, Justin Hodges, absolute nightmare.
Oh, wasn't it?
Went on to have a very long Origin career.
He did, didn't he?
But what a nightmare. Even the commentators back then were just like, oh God, he's done it again. The offload in the end goal.
I'm going to say hello to Daz again. Sorry
Absolutely.
if you
Daz
missed me
from the UK.
Hello before. Yes, I'm having a good night. Afternoon, 4 o'clock. I woke up at about 9 a.m. this morning, had some breakfast, and went back to sleep. So I've had a great day. How's the UK? What time is it in the UK? Get good ball.
Yeah, sorry, I wasn't paying attention here. Oh, Kyle Flanagan's knocked the ball on. No, hang on. No,
Seriously though, how do you hold on to the ball in that weather? Anyone who
hang on.
God.
What the hell just happened there? I thought Kyle
know.
Flanagan got tackled. No, Sharks had the ball. Kyle Flanagan, did he get penalised for a strip? I don't know. What the hell just happened?
I don't know what the hell just happened either, but there is water, there is tape.
There's lots of water.
Someone looks like he's got a tail there with the tape hanging out of the back of his shorts.
Can you show us?
Donny, unfortunately, we cannot show the game.
Well, it depends what he's asking. He didn't actually ask to show the game.
Well, I'm not showing you anything else.
Oh, here's a break for Will Kennedy. Has he got the pace to go all the way?
Not in this
Steps
weather.
inside, steps outside, steps back inside, and there's the Fox with great cover defense. They're a metre out from the line. Vobsy, ahoy there, mate.
Hello, Bobsy. Wooden green.
Oh, they've got numbers here. Fafita's going to try and go on his own, though. Fafita, you've got 5 guys unmarked outside you, you big galoot.
Can't see that far. Raining too hard.
Oh, that's a penalty. I think someone's going to the bin here.
You can... right.
Yeah, it was accident. It was accident.
accidental. I mean, he wasn't anywhere near out of the way.
7:20 a.m.
7:20 in the morning, Daz.
What are you doing up, mate? Go back to bed.
I was well and truly snoring at that time this morning. And then again at 12:20.
I was only just going to bed. From
a large
I have a
evening?
tendency to have big nights.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was after
Origin. I think I got home probably about 5 a.m.
You're a woman, good woman. I definitely. Actually, I passed out on the couch by about 11. Sarah, what you doing?
Where are you going?
What are you doing,
Where are you off to?
Very excited. Lots of sniffs.
Gotcha, are you? Nice and...
I had to do some wound maintenance. My silly dog has chewed up a paw. Naughty boy.
Sorry, speaking of like dogs and
Paws.
not necessarily good things, but let's have a shout out to my mum's dog who has just survived a stroke.
Oh, crikey.
Jesus, Dan, a bit heavy there.
How do your dog's had a stroke, like, for real.
Well, yeah, well, she didn't. Like, she took her to the vet, and the vet was like, well, she's had a stroke that, honestly, in most dogs would kill them. She's still kicking on, though. So
Sure, a stroke would kill me, too, not gonna lie.
Well,
not
probably-
just a dog.
considering that I've just had, like, essentially 3.5 weeks with what turned out to just be a cold, cleared of COVID, cleared of influenza. Apparently, it's just a cold. I think a stroke, I'd be gone in an instant.
Oh, you're a shocker.
Oh, what's happened here? The dropout is out on the full.
Oh, boys.
Oh, no. It's not out on the full. It's into touch, and it's going to be Bulldogs ball.
Matt Burton. Oh.
Not that ball.
Excuse me, Miss Muppet.
Sorry. Look at that. Inch perfect indeed. Oh, how close is it? Hang on. On the line's out, right? On the line's out, right?
I thought it hit him. I thought it hit the other player.
On the line is out. I would have thought. Anyway. Yeah, look, I thought on the line is out.
Is it on the line? Oh, it's just in. Go down on the full blocker. Calm down.
He wasn't talking to you. That was perfect, though. Heel fries, ahoy!
Oh my God.
Well, anyway, the Bulldogs got away with that one. A bit of 50-50 call there.
Oh, I can't even with the mud. in my teens, playing in that type of field, great fun.
Yep.
Now I'm just looking at it going,
I had that conversation earlier too. I'm like, this would have been little Dan would have been going like, get me out there.
Little Dan. Wait, I have to get this thing off the screen. It's driving me fucking
Oh,
nuts.
I didn't even notice it. What
I
the
know.
hell is
Oh,
that?
now.
You've made it worse.
No, I haven't.
Okay,
Shut
so
up.
It's a little bit wet out there, yeah. Heel
What
fries.
is
Oh God, and there's another one over here. You've made me see them all now too.
There's one up there too, about 2 inches underneath
Oh,
the
yeah.
scoreboard.
Kennedy takes the high ball. Ahoy there, Gordon. How are you? Is there another one? Oh God damn it. I didn't even
Screen
notice.
last. How many spills have we
Um,
had in the last couple of rounds, guys? It's all over the screen. Ah. Gordon Green. Score. I saw Gordon. He needs 29 points over for $2,000.
Oh,
Mm.
shit. Okay. Well, there's still 22 minutes to go.
I had a mate who was putting bets on the on one of the games in the NBA finals in the championships, and he needed one player to get 2 more points, and he was going to win like $9,000.
Right.
One player, 2 points, and it was a player who scores a lot of points usually.
Oh, what's happened here? It's a knock on by the Sharks. And this guy, you know what? This second half has been very much the same as the first. So basically, Michelle, I know that you didn't necessarily see the first half, but what happened was for the first 20 minutes or so, it was all Sharks. Over 60% possession, almost 70% territory. Okay, and then the second half of the first half completely flipped on its head. We went to half time, 6 points all. Bulldogs with 60% possession to the Sharks 40. The game completely flipped. Second half, a little bit of a status quo at the start of the second half, but it's been relatively all Sharks.
Maybe I'm
Now, 20 minutes, 21 minutes to go, completely flipped. It's been all Bulldogs. This is a really hard game to follow.
It's just going to be whoever's going to end up being the less errors in the wet.
Well, Declan
Like-
Casey's off now, so that might.
Sorry, Declan. What's the score?
A little bit small for you, is it? Those numbers above our heads.
12
Sorry,
6.
I'll
12
stop.
12 6 Jeffy.
That's what I call.
Jaffet.
Now,
Sorry if I'm pronouncing that
there's been a lot of
incorrectly.
people on Twitch this afternoon that I've ignored because they've just been dicks. You know the usual stuff like show the game,
Blah, blah, blah.
show the game. No
Show
one
the
wants to see
game,
your
show the
face.
game. I want to see your mug.
Oh, and a kick through, it hits the post. He's
he
missed
missed
it, and it's a try for the Bulldogs. It's a try for the Bulldogs.
That was
The Sharks have completely missed the ball.
a multitude of errors.
What's the score? It's about to be 12 all.
Yeah, because that was right under the black dot. Because old mate kicks it. Who kicked it? What does his stupid mouthguard say? Go New South Wales? Is that what Addo Carr's mouthguard says?
Probably not.
New South Wales sucks? No. What do we got? Who kicked
He
it?
couldn't dive on a blocker. He'd already overrun it.
Who kicked it? Someone kicked it.
Block
and
it.
hit the post.
Look at that. He couldn't. He was trying to stop his momentum. He'd already overrun it.
Nicho Hynes is air swung at it. And
Oh, it's hit
4
his
or 5
knee. It's hit his
people-
knee. Okay, so Will Kennedy's missed it completely. I think we can safely say that.
And he's
It's hit
been-
his ankle.
I don't think he's been shoved because they're all going for the ball.
It's now off the knee. What happens?
There's a
What
forearm
happens
on
at
top of that ball. If that's a Bulldog forearm, then
What happens at that point?
Nicho
Is it-
Hynes has air swung and completely missed the ball, and that is
Now, did it go up as a try or no try?
I think it went straight up. He didn't even.
Oh, he didn't even give a try. Or no
Don't
try.
even know. I think he just went. Yeah, we got to look at that.
Mm.
Do they have to give it a try?
I would have thought they have to give it a try or no try,
And then they.
and then
the bunker overrules it?
What?
Oh bullshit! It is not. You.
Oh, oh, he's not happy either. Nobody's happy with that.
It's
Not
a
when you
little
push-
hard to not push someone when you're falling over with your arms flailed in front of you and that person is underneath those arms.
And he'd missed the ball anyway, to be fair.
like,
To be fair, he'd missed the
Oh.
Well, of course, Gordon says try. Gordon needs points for his bet there.
oh, yeah, heel fries. It's definitely very wet out there.
I've just missed my mouth completely. Sorry. I mean, I completely missed my mouth. I went to have a drink, and then I looked at the chat room. Oh,
We've had a spill. I don't know if Dustin is still here. Oh, okay. So that's when you're going to see me all in action, righto? Oh, she done. Oh, Cronulla's trying to make a break up the side here. Matt Burton, Origin legend, has now made the tackle. Can't handle this field, to be honest. There's just far too much mud. I'm such a girl. The kick has gone backwards to the Sharks. Bulldogs have knocked it on. Sharks have got 6 again. They're 15 metres out with 0 tackles. They're going, pushing the side. The sofa's trying. They're trying to push him over the sideline. Haven't made it. Holding him up. The sofa's getting up. He's going to play the ball. That was a terrible play the ball, sofa. Foot's got to actually touch the ball. Bucky's going up the middle. Alaura's trying to get me to play with the ball with it. Trying to do something here, Alaura. Oh, Sharkies are trying to go up the middle. There's a short pass. Almost looked forward, but almost knocked it on. Oh, almost. Fafita's standing there dancing around like a dickhead. Come on. No, taking it to ground. Yeah, you can take back over
the
now.
goddamn surface water.
Oh,
Insane. And both teams are trying to play expansive.
nice tackle. That Momorowski guy? Or Gagai?
No,
Don't know.
definitely not tonight.
What's up,
Oh,
Alaura?
Burton takes it, and he's dragged back. That's a fair drag back.
He was pretty much on the line. Visual.
Covered in bourbon.
Hi. Good job.
Yeah. She tries to smother it. Like,
Got better ball handling skills than some NRL players I've seen, miss. Me?
yeah, I wish I ever. When you bounce it, she comes up. That's what to do. Oh, sorry.
My ass isn't that big. Jesus. Oh.
I've just got very poor aim at the moment, as evidenced by
Green?
the floor.
Floor.
I was gonna say, like, who tries to have a sip of their drink and turn their head and look at another screen at the same time? This idiot. Here are the Sharks now out wide. Bringing it back. So Nakora goes straight through, and that's probably the game.
Possibly. Very hard to score points in this weather.
Mm-hmm.
Is that
Yep.
start in this weather, or is it start? Oh.
Thought they were going out wide here, but Kennedy goes the short ball. Mariners had a bit of a nightmare as well. Is it just me, or is the volume a bit quiet? Oh, it could be a bit quiet. It could be, yeah. I can bring the microphone closer to us. I'm just so used to us screaming our heads off, you know? We probably are a bit...
I'm a little bit subdued. I'm a little bit...
Yeah, I think we are a bit all over the place at the moment. Wait till the Broncos game, heel fries. It won't be goddamn quiet then. I'll probably have neighbours knocking on the door, going, "What's going on in here? I thought there was a murder."
Never. No, it's don't know.
We can activate the penis if needed.
Look at how much rain. We're not going to rain here. They reckon
Wow.
there's supposed to be so much rain here.
You know,
It's absolutely pouring.
yeah, like I was saying, when you can see the rain on camera, because all the production quality filters and whatnot, when you see the rain that clearly, you know that it's really bollocking down.
Like, it could be look like it's just insane. Like, I know we've had a lot of rainy games, but that's
Holy hell. Okay, Alara's just tearing the studio apart. Oh, short kickoff.
I don't want to break anything. I know it's broken already.
Well, those are definitely broken. And Alara had a bit of a feed earlier on the back of the picture frame.
Is it not feeding? I'm bored.
What's the Twitch?
What do you mean, what's the Twitch?
Oh no, she's on the camera now, the main camera. Uh-oh. The camera might be a bit wobbly in a moment.
Oh my god, it's gonna fall off. How's the weather in the UK, Daz?
Probably a lot like this.
Summer. They might actually have some blue sky over there at the moment. Oh, goodness me. Have you got the game up on Discord today?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Anybody who would like to see the game, they go to Discord. Feel free to donate to our booze fund.
We don't have one.
We should.
And we're not quite there yet. Yeah. Oh, I mean, I could set one up, but... Cashed out.
That 100 times.
Oh, he's cashed out. Oh, no. Wait, didn't you have 29 or over?
Yeah, there's 13 minutes to go.
There's
I
13
cash out
minutes to go.
Actually,
There's
speaking
13...
of,
Hang on. 20
Speaking
total
of-
points. 29. 29 points. There's 13 minutes to go.
Wait,
one more
do you
converted
need-
try does it.
do you need
Over 28 and a half.
that for one team or together?
All
Didn't answer
together.
my question. One team?
One team
Or
or
together.
Yes. To be fair, though, I think he typed that earlier. But it's 24 points already. That's one more converted try.
Yeah.
And there's 13 minutes to go.
Together. Okay, together. All right.
One more converted try.
I thought you were betting
no.
the Sharks to win by that much. Honestly.
And if the Fox scores that one try, it's good for me. Oh, the weather's gotten worse. God damn it, look at that. It's gotten so much worse, the weather. It's insane.
Remember
And
when
the
it snowed in Canberra?
Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Weather in
Yeah,
Sydney
they had to start
is-
putting snow in the rugby league games. after that.
Crazy. Actually, I was actually that a few. I've been trying to stop saying it. Someone wants to keep track of how many times I say that's insane.
My apologies, Gordon. I thought we'd kind of gone on about the weather enough, but look, it's not a solid thing. Like there's 12 minutes to go. There's no guarantee there's going to be one more try. I'm just saying you only need one more converted try.
Yeah, look, $200 is better than losing it all. So
yeah, well, what did you put on it to start? What was your initial wager?
While he's saying that, Eagle fries. It's no fun playing footy in the rain now, but maybe when we were 10, it was great fun.
Yeah.
Sorry, Gordon, we're trying to keep up. Wait, you didn't put $2,000 on it.
No. What was your initial wager? That's what I'm. Oh, Talakai almost away.
Sofa knows how to pass. Fafita, take a lesson. Nicho Hynes. I can't believe all these players are backing up from Origin too. Like I was not expecting.
Wait, 2,000 was your wager? What were you going to win? Oh, cut out! Here comes the try. Okay, I'll calm down.
No, it's all right. He sat down.
No. Okay, Gordon, work with me here, mate. What I'm asking is, okay, how much? Okay, there we go. No. Hang on. I'm so confused. Hang on. There is no way you put $2,000 on to win 1,956.
Something I'd do.
Hang on, unless that's the profit. So a $2,000 bet would have yielded a $1,956 profit return. That's not good odds to me, mate. To be perfectly honest.
Bet $2,000. So what was the return?
So what was the return? What was the estimated return on that going to be? Should the bet have got up and won?
Profit was not okay. So the profit was 1956 on top of 2,000.
Jesus, I wouldn't. Yeah, to each their own. To each their own. But I wouldn't have been.
You're up 200. So you know what? You're up 200. I would have been out $2,000. So because I wouldn't, be looking to cash out. The Bulldogs, though.
That's a horribly positive look on that. with 15 minutes to go in the game, that's a horribly positive.
There's 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. It's very, very rainy. There's been a lot of errors. They're basically playing in a pool.
Basically.
That is a lot of water on that field.
Hey, Heel Fries, are you into Funko Pops at all?
Into what?
Funko Pops. Those things.
Oh, the pop. What are they called? No,
Funko Pops. I literally just said it 2 times.
Something.
Oh God, she's dying. A bit. Okay. I want to show you the one. I want to show you one I just got.
Oh, Gordon, did the Swans win or did the Swans lose? Because when I left home, they were up by like 10. Because they were down to the Bombers. Oh, someone moderate that.
I want to show Heel Fries this one. Oh, so yes, someone will be all over that.
Thank you, Heel Fries. Oh, they lost. Oh.
Yeah, so I just got to show that one. Someone's probably already done it, but oh no, hey. I wanted to show Heel Fries this one. How cool is that?
That sucks. Fucking Bombers, man.
Oh, I thought you meant my toy.
Yes, well.
Sorry, action figure. No, they're not action figures. They don't have an action. They're collectibles.
Gordon, you're not
my
having
collectibles.
A good time on the betting today, then. Fuck. Maybe I shouldn't put a bet on. Maybe I'll get some bad juju. No, I'm kidding. No, actually, I ended up winning on the pokies. Very in manner of me to play the pokies a couple of weekends ago, but I won money, which paid for my Origin night out. So pretty happy with that, to be honest.
Your Origin night out was small comparatively.
Compared to yours, everybody's Origin night out is small.
Everybody's general night out is small compared to mine.
Yeah.
Normally speaking. Yeah.
And I got bloody what's the word? Driven as well. Drippy, if you have a Discord channel, you can get on over there, or you can watch it on KO.
Thank you.
Or Foxtel, because it is Saturday, and the NRL is not on Channel 9 on a Saturday. Swans couldn't kick straight.
Here-
Missed so many easy goals.
here's my rule, Michelle. Unless they're extremely nice about it, if they're so blind they can't see that pinned to the top of the chat room,
Gotcha. Okay.
fuck 'em.
Excellent. All right. I will not be nice anymore. Oh, that sucks.
If you can't see that, I can't help you.
They were down in Melbourne too, which means they weren't playing in the rain, so they can't blame the weather. Actually, my other half, when I was leaving, asked me because I told him what games Dan was streaming this evening. Because we're swapping over. Well, he's swapping over to the Union, and I'll probably go home.
He's dropped the ball cold there.
He's swapping over to the Union after the Broncos game, and because it is wasted world of sports. We should probably do
Not
something.
wasted world of NRL.
Other than that's exactly what I said. I said he's doing the sport because we're not wasted world of NRL. And and he's like, why isn't he doing any AFL games? And I'm like, because he doesn't like AFL.
I don't like cross country basketball.
That's what you call it. I said aerial ping pong.
Well, that works too.
But I think you should do it because it'll be funny because you don't know shit about the game. I know barely anything about the game, and yet I love to yell at it. So it would be just funny watching us yell at something we don't know. Jackson's like, you should do that once a week. You should do like netball or curling, and I'm like, curling.
But I love both netball and curling. So
Really?
yeah. Oh, curling's fantastic. I go for South Korea, believe it or not.
Funnily enough.
Yeah. Oh, those South Korean girls. Okay, I'll calm down. All right, we need to be on. So, Heel Fries has probably already done this, but.
Don't add them as a moderator.
I was going to.
Y'all need to be blocked. AFL is awesome, Gordon. I am a convert over the last few years. Soccer/football, hockey. It is the sport where the rules of other sports go to die. But yeah, I find it quite entertaining. Who do you support in the AFL, Gordon? AFL. Gonna tell me. Come on, we're all waiting.
Yeah.
Anxiously.
Racing up out of the line there. Moylan, of all people.
And apologies to Dazzle because I've forgotten him over in the UK. Very cloudy. Might be raining in the UK. You might be right there, Dan. Gordon, so you're a Swannies fan, so I'm guessing you're in New South Wales? Potentially? You're not my cousin, are you? Well, my cousin's named Gordon, and he likes the Sharks.
Oh, God, I've missed my mouth.
Again?
Sorry, Lara.
Oh, you're in the USA. Okay, so you're not my cousin.
Lara's just looking up like, what the fuck? Where did you find a Santa hat?
It's been on the floor since I got here.
Okay, never mind. It's been there for a while.
We're in the good old US of A, Gordon.
Christmas in July, that's where the Santa hat came
Michigan. Oh, it would be nice and cold. No, it's summer. But it's normally nice and cold in Michigan. In winter. For like 6 months of the year or something, isn't it? There's like snow there and shit. Had a good chat with my Uber driver about snow.
Yeah?
Yeah. She's from Yemen. She was from Yemen.
All right.
Yeah, so we're having a chat about weather around the world.
Yeah.
She likes the climate in Brisbane. I'm like, no, climate in Brisbane is terrible. Let it go.
Oh!
He grounded it.
All he needed to do was fall on that.
Best state to live all 4 seasons. That's what people say about Melbourne. You get all 4 seasons in Melbourne.
In the one day.
Yeah, that's true. We commentate the last 3 minutes of this game.
No, bro, I don't know if anything's going to happen.
It's rain. Let's just commentate on that.
Yeah, yeah, that big. What ground is this? CommBank Stadium, Sydney. The drainage is awful. See, usually stadiums these days, the drainage is insane, and this is not usually a problem.
Yeah, no, not with the amount of rain they've had though. Like it has been, they were supposed to get a month's worth of rain in a day, and it bloody well looks like Sydney's topped that.
Might have done.
Like holy shit. Michigan. So that means you're actually getting into the sports over here. You actually know the rules enough to bet on it, or you just throwing money on it for fun.
Oh, Katoa is taken down by the Fox.
What?
An early kick on tackle 3.
Yeah, 3.
I wouldn't have been honestly like.
Maybe what time can you cash it?
That's I thought that was the try. He's managed to knock it over the dead ball line, and Nicho Hynes is not happy. Imagine if it was a penalty try, because a penalty try is like a guaranteed. Actually, is that a thing in rugby league? That's the rugby union rule. A penalty try, you don't even have to take the conversion. It's just a given. Actually, I think in rugby league, penalty try, you've still got to take the goal.
What?
I thought that was the dog.
What's the dog?
Oh, my sound? Yeah. I got a bit excited, didn't I?
Oh, Matt Burton, I tell you what.
I feel bad because, like, I actually hope for Gordon's sake there's no more points. But at the same time, it is also essentially my job to get excited when things happen. So I don't want to seem like, I don't want poor Gordon to be sitting there like, what an asshole, he's cheering for more points. But he's already cashed out.
He's already cashed out.
So it's all good.
It's very fun.
Yeah.
Tell you what.
I don't know. For me personally, like, and again, sports betting is very much to each their own. Look, I've missed out on both my multis tonight because the Fox hasn't scored.
Fucking Fox.
If the Fox scores a try in this next minute and 20 seconds, then I at least get bonus cash back on both of those bets. But yeah, I mean, me personally probably wouldn't have cashed out. I figure if I'm losing $2,000 on a bet, $200 is not really worth all that much. But I suppose, you know, when you look at it, it's like you can now take that $200 and you can invest it into other bets. Well, I don't know. Is it really called an investment if you're gambling?
It's 45 seconds to go. I think you did all right, Gordon.
Yeah, but when he cashed out, there was still like 15 minutes to go, wasn't there?
Well,
13.
Still a winner.
Yeah, no. Well,
right.
No, not really, but
He is. He's up $200. Should I?
Actually, he's down 1,800, isn't he?
No, didn't he pull it out when it was like?
Yeah, but he bet 2,000 on it.
You're confusing me, and I'm trying to make a bet.
Oh, sorry. What are we betting on?
All right, so Cowboys are
Broncos,
favorite.
Cowboys. Of course they are.
All right, let's do it.
Why wouldn't they be?
Let's see how fast Dan's graphic design skills are in between games.
Okay, well, we've got half hour, so.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh. Good. Can get all. Oh my god, I'm gonna put my bet on now. There's 3 seconds to go.
I'm not gonna be rushed into this. No, that game kicks off at 5:30, so we are actually gonna end and.
You and you. Righto.
And there it is, the Sharks.
Heel fries, you're terrible. You are terrible. So far, having a
I wanted the Fox to score for my bets.
Tell you what.
They got close though, 24. That was a risky cash out, but it turns out you did the right thing. 200 instead of 0.
Just an update too on old mate that got stretched off the field. Apparently he was up walking around in the Black Tunnel with his family, so that's good to know that he was up and walking around and probably just wanting to forget today existed. But yes. Oh, that's disgusting.
What happened? He cleared his nose?
Yes, it was already in his.
Oh no.
All right, who's coming back for the
And
Cowboys Broncos game?
And that's a lot of beard.
How is the weather for Adelaide v Melbourne? I don't know. Where are they playing? Melbourne or Adelaide?
Is that game on now?
Maybe. Let's go to Dan's first AFL game.
Ha! Oops. Went too far back.
Too far.
Oh, it is. First quarter, Melbourne, Adelaide.
They're playing in Adelaide. Let's have a look.
18. The weather looks very dry there.
Looks dry. Bit overcast, maybe, or just because it's. Well, what's the time? It's almost 5 o'clock, so maybe it's just getting dark. But yeah, just nice and dry and a lot less muddy.
Oh, is it in Adelaide?
Yeah, it's in Adelaide. The Broncos. Well, I'm not sure. Where are the Broncos playing? Are they playing up here or are they playing in Townsville? I don't know if it's raining up in Townsville. It's bloody been pouring in Brisbane for the last 44 hours as well. Longer than that, 36 hours. It's been raining since yesterday morning. So, what is the weather in Townsville? Let's have a look. Oh, depends again who's the better in the wet at the moment. Is Adam Reynolds playing?
I believe so.
It is raining, 23 degrees in Townsville, so warm and muggy and raining, so it will be gross.
Oh, absolutely, Gordon. Weather plays a huge part. Weather plays a huge part in betting. Oh, and there is straight through the middle sticks, and it's 2 fingers down by the umpire.
Yep, so got full points. What are we? It's oh, there's no behinds yet. Wow, that's amazing. So 3 goals all, Adelaide and Melbourne.
18.
Look at that mark.
18.
Look at the size of that motherfucker. I wonder why his thigh's coming at me. Jesus.
Who's Mark?
Look at this. Look at number 13.
Oh, that's Mark?
That's no.
I'm only joking. I know what a mark is. I'm not that bad.
Oh. Yeah,
Up there, Gazelle. That wasn't a mark.
No, he didn't.
He's got to catch it.
But I was a little bit distracted by
he didn't even try and
size of his thighs. Look at him.
Not that impressive. Talakai's are bigger. Talakai probably can't jump that high either. That'd be very interesting.
He's a bit
Wouldn't that be
taller than
interesting?
Talakai.
Why don't we get like a charity game?
Based on thighs.
Well, that's not at all where I was going with that, but
Oh dear. It's 10 minutes to go this quarter, so let's just hang out with here before we get ready for the Broncos. This is what I do. I
yeah, just flick between the sports.
I love Saturday sports. Sitting on the couch. Got my Ugg boots on now. Jackson's like, are you actually leaving the house in Ugg boots? You really
It's not like you're going out.
Mate,
Yeah.
The pub.
You are just going from one house to another. It's not like
the floor gets cold like shit.
Hmm.
Love my Uggs. Soccer is life, Gordon.
It's about to be not 18 all now. It's
I'm
that same guy. It feels like there's only one player on this team.
Well, they're big forwards, and yeah. Gordon, I'm a massive NBA fan. Like, I'm a Celtics fan from, like, childhood. I absolutely fucking love the Celtics, and I hate Steph Curry. I think he's a fuckhead, and I'd be tricked in his mouth guard. So we'll just throw that out there.
They wear mouth guards?
Yes.
In basketball?
Yes. And the Broncos.
Why?
Because it gets fucking rough. I've seen people get split open. Yeah, fuck the Warriors. Not a fan.
Oh!
Big
Basketball Warriors.
Yes.
I thought we were talking... Oh, God, I thought we were talking about the New Zealand Warriors. I'm like, what have they done? What have they done?
Weekend.
They've kept this game running for the past 2 or 3 years.
I know, and they're finally home this weekend.
And I feel sorry for the Tigers.
Steph Curry is no one's guy. I'm not a fan of soccer, really. But, you know, whatever. It's now 24-18. Old mate with the thighs has kicked a goal. I'm just going to call him old mate thighs. I like it. They were in their Indigenous jerseys to Adelaide for NAIDOC week, which here in Australia for the Indigenous and Aboriginal week. So those jerseys are pretty cool too. So yeah, no, sorry, Gordo, not a big fan of it. Sorry, I'm so sorry. That was very Australian of me to just instantly nickname you Gordo. I hope you don't mind. I apologise if I do it again. It was a slip of a tongue there. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'll probably watch soccer if Australia's playing, but like I do with the Union. But it's not a sport I've ever really followed or got into. Probably because they run around a lot, and sometimes there's really no payout with no goals at all. Oh, terrible. But yeah, this AFL game's going all right. Tell you what, some of them are very tall and very skinny.
Oh yeah, it's you know what?
Call me whatever except late for dinner. Righto, Gordo. Okay, we can call him Gordo. I called him Gordo, and I was like, oh shit, sorry, that was very very Australian, just to slot straight into a
Gordo.
nickname. So
Very
yeah.
Lizzie McGuire.
Really? Is it? To go straight into a nickname? Anyway.
No, Gordo from Lizzie McGuire.
Oh, I've never watched it. I have no idea. Never mind. I am enjoying some of the haircuts in the AFL this year, though. Actually, God, who is it? There's a guy that plays
The
for,
haircuts seem a tad better than the NRL.
guy that plays, and Scott, our friend Scott, who's a big AFL fan as well.
Carlton Scott.
Yeah, Carlton Scott. What did he call him? Kappa Light, because you know who Warwick Kappa is, yeah.
Of course.
So there's a guy that plays, and does he play? Who does he play for now? He plays for the Western Bulldogs, and his name
Kappa Light.
Scott's called him Kappa Light. Actually, he got into a lot of trouble later because he was he got into a lot of trouble recently because he was seen with a bag of suspicious white powder in the off season. Yeah, Kappa Light.
Oh, Jesus Christ, yes, it could be his son. Are
Kappa
you
Light?
sure this is not Warwick Kappa's illegitimate child?
I don't know, but that's Kappa Light there. Bailey Smith.
Holy crap. That is Warwick Kappa
He
Jr.
plays the Western Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Ahoy there. Welcome along, yeah. I don't think we've got enough time to go through the... Well, basically, the main difference is that in rugby league, you get 5 attempts and then give the ball back to the other team, essentially. Doesn't necessarily work out that way, but you've got five goes at scoring a try, and then you've got to either kick or just give the ball back. In rugby union, if you're good enough, you can hold on to the ball for long periods of time. And every breakdown in play is a contest for the ball. If the ball goes out in rugby league, it's a tap and play to the team that the call favours. In rugby union, you've got to throw the ball in. It's a contest for the ball. A scrum, they actually have scrums in rugby union. They call them scrums in rugby league, but don't get me started. They may as well just have a tap. So yeah, that's the main differences. And of course the point scoring as well. It's 4 points for a try in rugby league, 5 in rugby union. For no other reason than just to be different, I'm sure. I'm sure there's absolutely no other reason for it.
What? Just to be
The
different
points,
with the
then just to be different. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no other reason for it at all. What the hell was that?
Hello,
Oh.
Beach.
Oh, somebody followed. Thank you. Okay, it's too small. I can't see.
Cheers to the follower. Yeah.
I can't see that with my old eyes.
Also, I'd like to rep Thirsty Chiefs Brewery in Queensland that my friend runs, who is a
Rugby union sucks. Get out. Get right out. Right now.
who is a devout Knights supporter and a New South Welshman. So, Dino, here's to New South Wales.
To Dino and to New South Wales and to the Knights.
No, the Knights.
Oh, not the Knights. To everyone but the Knights. All right, we need to go because we need to set up the next stream. Broncos, Cowboys coming up in half hour.
Less.
Less?
We've been bolting on about the AFL for the last 10 minutes.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
it's
No,
5
I think
o'clock,
it's
so
still.
yeah, it's still about half an hour.
I think it's still half hour.
5 o'clock. Half an hour. We will see you people then.
Right.
Don't go to sleep, Daz. Stay up, Gordo. Stay
I
up.
don't think Daz is going to go to sleep.
Stay up, yeah. Yeah. We will be back in half an hour with a cracking game. My team, Queensland Derby. It's going to be... Yeah, Queensland is part of your parlay. I don't know what that means. Yeah.
I'll be back. Are you guys going? Yeah, but we're coming back too.
Yeah, we're going, and you know where to go to find it.
Go the Blues! Okay, we both got way too excited there. No, I tell you what. They better win this goddamn series because I paid $170 for this.
Yeah, well, stop touching it. Obviously, when you touched it for game 1, that was we lost. That was the hoodoo.
Sorry, yeah. Good point.
You know how superstitious I am. I wear the exact same outfit.
I didn't think it was that bad.
every fucking year. I don't even touch anything. I've got a maroon hair tie that sits on my dresser, but I don't touch the entire Origin season.
Right.
How superstitious I am.
No, I think it's the Blues year. I don't want to. Okay, I'm not even allowed to talk about it.
You always insane.
Well, I've been right 3 out of the past 4.
Well, I'd like to win, and I'd like for them to win in Queensland, but we'll just see if Slater gets on his knees at half time.
Bye, everybody. Okay, yeah, so half hour Broncos Cowboys coming up. I'm going to sign off. I'm also going to put the All Blacks game on for myself. And yeah, we will see you half hour for Broncos Cowboys. Cheers. Drink up and be merry.